If you want to gain tons of Chiral Crystals and reach the 100k cap in the fastest time possible, you are in the right place. I've spent dozens of hours hunting and optimizing the best BT farming methods so I can give you the best and most efficient spots to save you the guesswork and a lot of time. Following these 7 BT farming methods will let you earn from 56k to a whopping 58k worth of Chiral Crystals per cycle. Before heading to the actual spots, I suggest preparing the general farming build that we'll be using in all of the spots on this list to make your farming runs efficient later on. I'll be suggesting late game gear in here which streamlines the whole process, especially at endgame. If you don't have some of the gear that I will be suggesting, just use what you have and move on. Use any kind of MP shelling weapon of your choice, but I usually go for the machine gun level 2, not because of its firepower but because of its huge ammo capacity. The machine gun's purpose is to just activate the off-roader's weapons, which are another 2 machine guns as well, which will serve as our main weapons for all of the methods in this guide. You can also use assault rifle level 2 or the absolute go-to shotgun level 2 instead of the machine gun. You can also bring the big bore handgun as a side gun as well, just in case you want diversity. Make sure you have at least 4 sets of blood grenades since we will be using the grenades as a defensive weapon to shake up snatchers later on. I'm also wearing the climbing gloves so I can easily pick up all of the crystal drops while driving the off-roader. Make sure you have this equipped if you have the means to unlock it since it can streamline your Chiral Crystal collection across all of the spots, saving time overall. Don't forget to equip a Boca skeleton so you can move freely in snowy areas. Pair it with absolute boots and you will be moving smoothly in snowy terrain. For the backpack attachment, equip extra battery level 3 along with 2 mini batteries so your climbing gloves will stay powered during your runs. Then slot in a large spare ammo container level 2 for the additional ammo magazine it provides. The off-roader is essentially your main transportation tool and also your killer weapon when taking out all of the BTs in all of the spots that I will be mentioning. Slotting in 2 heavy machine guns is more than enough to take out any kind of BT in all of the farming spots you will engage later on. Slot in 6 level 2 battery packs as well for more energy since you want to stay longer in the field. The front armor is optional in here but I suggest upgrading the wheels to spike tires for better grip when traversing snowy areas and steep slopes. Make sure to enable the A-Pass enhancements, Chiral Crystal Yield Boost, which gives you the chance to get more Chiral Crystals when extracting them on the ground. You can unlock this enhancement by leveling your relationship with the chronobiologist to level 3, but if you don't have the shelter unlocked, just worry about it later. Aside from the farming build, I highly suggest preparing level 2 PCCs and a lot of raw materials, especially resins and special alloys. You'll be building a handful of safe houses and multiple off-roaders later on. Are you kidding me, Samurai? I need to build multiple safe houses and off-roaders? I hear you asking, my dear viewer. No worries about this, it will make so much sense later on down the line, but for now, make sure you prepare a lot of raw materials and the PCCs as mentioned. Building safe houses is suggested so you can repair your off-roader anytime you need to since you will be soaking in timefall for a significant amount of time when hunting in BT spots, or use a safe house for ammo replenishing needs. Also, you can use safe houses to spawn BTs by just sleeping and passing the time just in case they don't appear on the actual spot. I'll be discussing which specific spot needs a safe house in detail later on, so stay tuned for that. Going in for the top 7 spot, which are the floater BTs that can be found chilling near the East Fort Knot, which are super easy to kill to gain easy Chiral Crystals. I'm showing the exact location on the screen right now, and as mentioned, East Fort Knot is relatively close, so no structure is needed for this spot. I decided to not build a safe house in this specific method since you will not be staying here that long and East Fort Knot can easily be a starting point. To start your actual method, get the customized off-roader that I asked you to build and head to the actual location of our key targets. You will be seeing these floaters located near the tar beach. Start shooting each of the floaters with your machine gun and these things can easily be taken out with 1 to 2 shots. The off-roader's machine guns will auto-shoot at the surrounding targets, which streamlines the whole process. As the target goes down, make sure to pick up all of the Chiral Crystals drops as well from the floaters and start hoarding. One thing that I hate about this spot is that some of the floaters are hovering on the deeper side of the beach, so you will not get every Chiral Crystals from these floaters. While taking out all of the floaters in the area and getting all of the loot takes around 3 minutes and 30 seconds to 4 minutes plus. My initial Chiral Crystal count before starting this method was nearing 80k and reached 81k after completing the whole run. And after several test runs, the average Chiral Crystal gains ranged from 1200 to 1300, which is nothing crazy and good as a bonus. It is still worth doing though despite of the minimal gains, since this method will be part of the grand cycle later on. Another floater spot is taking the spotlight, which are the floater BTs that can be found near the Great Tar Lake, near the Fisherman's Shelter, and the Animal Shelter. If you are following the channel, I've already covered this spot in my previous video, and I'm showing this spot's actual location on the screen right now. Now, it's not required to build a safe house near the actual location, but I went ahead and built a safe house for other players to use and upgraded it to level 3. I've stored a handful of raw materials for you to use if the structure appears in your world. And yes, I am your fellow porter with the name of EWR3, so I do hope this safe house appears in your world. If not, you can simply build a transponder so you can access this area anytime with beach jump. Compared to the previous spot, the floater here has a reddish variant that explodes before dying. Start slowly shooting the red floaters with your assault rifle or machine gun, and be careful not to kill the reddish ones completely. Make sure that the other normal floaters are near the red ones before completely destroying them. So once it explodes, the normal floaters will be caught in the explosion. Do this for all of the floaters in the area, and each turn lasts around 2 minutes to 2 minutes and 30 seconds to 3 minutes plus. My crystal count went from almost 75k to almost 77k, and after multiple test runs, and I get an average of 1900 to 2k worth of Chiral Crystals. Taking the top 5 spot is the BT area near the Northern Observatory. This method will require you to hunt regular BTs, from the regular size ones to medium ones and few low-level geysers. I'm showing the actual location on the screen right now, along with the hunting grounds area that you will be exploring and hunting BTs. There is no need to set up any structure in this method since the Magellan is parked just outside the key location. Now, the actual method is pretty simple. Just explore the area that I'm showing again on the screen right now and hunt all of the BTs that you will encounter. Use the machine gun to shoot any BT once or twice so the off-roaders' machine guns will be activated and finish the job. Remember, the off-roaders' machine guns are your main weapons and not your actual machine gun, so it is nearly impossible for you to run out of ammo. You'll be dealing with baby BTs, the regular ones, low-level geysers types as well in this area. You will find a single golden BT as well in this spot, which is a huge letdown. So take out all of the BTs and get the Chiral Crystal drops until you cleared the area. Another tip is that there's a point where you might think that you've already cleared the area, since your other deck scanner is not pointing you in any direction. But actually, this only means that the remaining BTs are located far from your location. So to make sure you've already cleared all of the BTs in the area, scan your map and carefully retrace your footsteps by checking the light blue dots marked on your map. In this way, you can clearly see which part of the area you haven't explored. If for some reason you ran out of ammo, which you shouldn't, or you need repairs, simply head back to the Magellan to restock. Right off the bat, I'm telling you that this spot may look like it's not worth doing since it usually takes 18 minutes to 20 minutes plus to clear the entire area and gives you a 1,900 to 2k plus worth of Chiral Crystals. I've only included this spot since you can add it later in the full cycle run. Plus, you can also access this spot right away after unlocking the off-roader's machine gun and start farming at mid-game. Taking the top 4 spot is the Ghost Mech Factory area near the F5 Distribution Center. You will find multiple golden BTs in this location along with giant geysers and regular BTs. I'm showing the location on the screen right now along with the hunting grounds that you should be exploring when clearing out BTs. There's no need to create any kind of structure for this method as well since the Magellan is just stationed not too far from the actual spot. Get your trusty customized off-roader and head to the Ghost Mech Factory. After arriving at your destination, start clearing the area with our usual off-roader strategy. The key targets in here are the golden BTs, which drops a lot of Chiral Crystals, and also there are 2 high-level giant geysers in here located inside the factory. Like the golden ones, these things drops a lot of Chiral Crystals, so make sure to get every single drop. Clearing the area usually lasts around 7 minutes and 30 seconds to 8 minutes plus. and gives you an average of 4,400 to 4,500 Chiral Crystals per run. Easy to clear area with good crystal gains. If you're getting value so far, subscribe to the channel. Liking the video, engaging in the comments helps me a lot. Join our Discord server and discuss role-playing games such as this, and I appreciate your support. Another Ghost Mech factory is taking the top 3 spot, and this time, the factory is located in the desert, near Pecora's shelter or the data scientist. This spot offers red BTs which are a pain to kill since you need to sneak up on them and cut their umbilical cords. Although it is a huge hassle to kill these red BTs, they drop a lot of Chiral Crystals, which is a good trade-off for the effort. I'm showing the location on the screen right now, and there is no need to create a structure as well since the Magellan can be accessed easily nearby. But I went ahead and built an upgraded safe house to level 3 for our convenience if my structure appeared in your world, that is. Get the off-roader and start heading to the factory. Take out the red ones first, located outside the factory, along with the regular ones as well. There are also BTs roaming inside the factory, so be extra careful since you need to go on foot. So use a level 2 shotgun if you have it. There is a single giant geyser BT inside the building as well, so make sure to take it out for huge drops of Chiral Crystals. After clearing all of the BTs in the factory's premises, head to the nearby desert space near the Magellan. You can find more regular and red BTs in the desert area for more crystal gains. A huge tip here is if you fail to kill a red BT and it started to notice you and grab you, throw a blood grenade directly in front of you to kill all of the snatchers easily. The last thing you want is to get dragged and activate the mini boss since it will ruin your farming runs in all of the spots on this list. Or if you don't want to use your grenade, mount the off-roader after getting spotted as fast as possible and use the speed boost to get out of the tar pit. Both of these strategies applies to any kinds of BTs, so keep this in mind. Clearing the area usually takes around 11 minutes and 11 seconds to 12 minutes plus, and usually gives you an average of 5k to 5k plus of Chiral Crystals. My Chiral Crystal count went from 66k to 72k, showing the accuracy of the crystal drop range. Things will get spicier in here as the Golden BT farm in the Ghost Hunter farming spot is one of the best BT farming spots when farming Chiral Crystals. This method will allow you to hunt a lot of Golden BTs lurking and spawning in a specific area where you can continuously farm. So you will be getting a huge tons of Chiral Crystals plus the additional gains from regular BTs. East Fort Knot is the nearest big settlement near the farming location, while the Ghost Hunter shelter is the small ones. And as usual, I'm showing the location on the screen right now for your convenience. Before jumping into the actual method, it is advisable to build a safe house for this specific spot since the Magellan's access points or the nearby settlements are pretty far away from the actual key location. I went ahead and built a level 3 safe house so you don't have to if it appears in your world. But I highly suggest making a separate or a dedicated customized off-roader for this spot. So just in case you want to access it and don't want to waste a lot of time traveling from East Fort Knot, you can just access a beach jump directly to your safe house located in the spot. Then use the stored or dedicated off-roader for your farming needs. If you don't want to create a dedicated off-roader, you can use the off-roader provided by online players in the safe house. Just make sure you get something with 2 heavy machine guns, which is our staple build. The actual method is pretty simple and you've already done this many times if you are following the guide. This specific location that I'm showing on the screen right now is going to be your hunting grounds for BTs. Every BT that you come across, take them out by simply firing a shot to activate and direct your 2 heavy machine guns to do the rest of the work. Your main objective here is to farm all of the golden BTs lurking in the area, which is again a lot since the gold one drops a lot of Chiral Crystals. Since these BTs are easy to kill and manage, it is broken as hell. Just a refresher, once these golden BTs die, just pick up every Chiral Crystals with your climbing gloves and there's no need to get off the pickup off-roader. And also you will find all sorts of BTs in here like the baby ones, the regular ones, and the medium ones, but one thing to note is that there are also few giant geysers in here as well. If your climbing gloves ran out of energy, build a generator or access the generators available in the area so you can charge Sam's battery and the off-roaders as well. As mentioned, you need a safe house around this area so you can repair the off-roader just in case you need to. And also, to spawn the BTs just in case they don't appear in the area or when it is not raining. just keep sleeping to pass the time in the game until it rains so they can spawn. It takes around 28 to 31 minutes to clear the entire areas of BTs, but you are looking at 15k to 16k plus worth of Chiral Crystal gains. I had like 52k worth of crystals, but once I'm done, the count went to 68k, clearly showing the accuracy of the crystal gain average range. If you find the previous spot crazy, the next spot is even more insane. The Snowy Mountain BT spot is by far the best BT farming spots in the game, giving you a whopping 24k to 26k average Chiral Crystal gains per run. This spot offers a lot of red BTs and an insane amount of giant geysers and also regular BTs as well, which explains the huge amount of Chiral Crystal gains in this spot. Find this spot's location on the screen right now, along with the hunting grounds coverage for your convenience. Just like in the previous spot, I highly suggest creating a safe house near or inside the actual location so you can access it anytime by accessing beach jumping. Make a dedicated customized pickup off-roader as well so you can use it on the go after beach jumping. As usual, I created a level 3 safe house for you in this area as well, and hopefully it appears on your end. Nothing changed from the actual method so far, just make sure you search every nook and cranny of the key area to find all of the said BTs. You need to find all of the red BTs and the giant geysers lurking in the area, which are a lot for some reason. Giant geysers thrive in here and some of them are even close to each other, truly a gold mine for Chiral Crystals. Quick reminder, if you find yourself getting caught by a BT, don't forget to throw a blood grenade in front of you to easily take out all of the snatchers in the tar pit you are in, or use the off-roader speed boost to escape the tar pit. And also, don't forget to search the whole area when the auto deck scanner is down and not active. It doesn't mean that there are no more BTs in the key location. There's a possibility that the remaining BTs are just too far from you, so always check your map and look for your footprints if you covered the whole area. It may take a while to clear this whole area because of its size, and taking out red BTs takes time as well. So usually it takes around 38 to 40 minutes to clear this area. But expect around a mind-blowing 24k to 26k worth of Chiral Crystals per run. Truly the best BT farming spot in the game. Listen to this carefully, and all of the key targets that I mentioned so far in all of the methods are finite and do take a while for them to respawn. As per multiple testing, it takes more than 2 hours of active time in the game to respawn all of the BTs in the area. Active time means that you are actively playing the game. I tried resting a bunch of times with no success in quickening the cooldown process, but I failed to do so, so it is safe to say that sleeping does not affect the whole process. As per multiple testing, the 2+ hour mark is pretty accurate. Sometimes it takes 3 hours for the key targets to respawn. So while you are waiting, proceed to the main story, do side deliveries, and etc. So by the time the required time passes, head back to the spots to start farming again. Since our targets are finite and do respawn for a while, I highly suggest doing all of the methods at once in one go if you are already at late game and already have access to all of the spots mentioned. This will give you the best gains per hour, since once all of the spots are exhausted, they will be all available once again after 2 to 3 hours of waiting. So you can do another run for all of the spots. And doing all of the methods so far in any order will grant you a total of mind-blowing 56k to 58k worth of Chiral Crystal per cycle. So you will reach the 100k cap after doing the whole 2 cycles if done correctly. Aside from the best BT spots, I've also covered the best farming methods for Chiral creatures, which can give an easy 25k Chiral Crystal per run. This video will teach you everything that you need to know, and I will see you and catch you on the next one.